Welcome back, wrestling fans, to another edition of Wrestling Shorts with Peter DeLonge, where we talk about the people, places, and promotions within the professional wrestling universe that I believe are worthy of your attention. My name, of course, is Peter DeLonge. Thank you so much for joining us once again. As per usual, if you like what we're doing here, hit the like, hit the follow, tell your friends, share the videos. We think wrestling's awesome, and we like talking about it. And tonight, I'm going to be talking about two separate individuals that I believe are worthy of your attention. Two separate professional wrestlers that caught my eye early on in my commentary career. That stood out to me and were both very unique in their own right, and I think are worthy of their own episode of Wrestling Shorts with Peter DeLonge. And the two actually found themselves across the ring from each other in none other than northeastern Pennsylvania's hidden gem, the Sanctuary Stunt Studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania. The two of them had an excellent match, and I thought that would be a perfect opportunity to have them here on the show with us. So, without further ado, he feels that all the wrestling world is a stage, the Thespian, none other than J.S. Hawthorne. Back in 2018, Hawthorne graduated from Bloomsburg University with a bachelor's degree in theater performance. The very next month, he decided to train as a professional wrestler, and his career began. From then on, he began to hone his craft at plenty of promotions on the East Coast, including the Sanctuary, WXWC4, SSW, Outbreak Wrestling, as well as others, and can currently be found expanding his horizons at places like Work Rate Entertainment, Invictus Wrestling, and more. On top of being an accomplished mat wrestler, Hawthorne has also known to ring announce, commentate, and be an able hand behind the scenes at shows. An all-around excellent addition to any locker room. The second man that I would like to bring to your attention is the madness of Trip. Starting in OSPW in Buffalo, New York, he trained with the All-Nighters in Niagara Falls and has been actively working for 19 years. The madness of Trip has been expanding his horizons quite a bit over the last few years. Recently, he's been heading up the Wrestling Entertainment Academy in Buffalo, New York at the Mad God Media and Arts LLC. If you're not familiar, Mad God Media and Arts is an organization helping creators create their world, focusing on independent entertainment of all types. I'm going to be including the contact information for the organization in the description below, in case you're interested in checking it out. Madness of Trip brings a wealth of knowledge to any locker room he enters and can easily be utilized as a big bad on any roster. Two fantastic talents in the Northeast and beyond. I hope you enjoy the upcoming match that I'm about to show with custom commentary by yours truly. We're going to go to the Sanctuary Stunt Studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania, as J.S. Hawthorne goes one-on-one with the madness of Trip. Enjoy. Fight fans, welcome once again. We are back at the Sanctuary Stunt Studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania. Peter DeLonge on the call as usual, along with Anthony Blackwell, and we have got an incredible first-time matchup here tonight.
Yeah, I am super excited for this. This is two interesting people, interesting character. Oh, going for a handshake here.
J.S. Hawthorne welcoming Trip to his home territory, perhaps wondering if he's going to be worthy of him being here. And starting it off with an insult right off the bat. Not a great way to start a relationship with the Thespian.
It is interesting, man. You said the crafty veteran here of the madness of Trip going against J.S. Hawthorne. This is almost like he's got to see a lot of himself in J.S. Hawthorne coming on the scene and been grinding these past couple of years. They're very, very similar. I mean, they're different characters, but that's what J.S. Hawthorne's all about. He's a character himself. He's theater, and he uses the mind game as well as his size and strength. So this will be very interesting to see how this plays out.
Yes, indeed. And Tripp, almost 20 years in the business, while J.S. Hawthorne just 3, so fresh in the business, and perhaps an opportunity to prove to a wily veteran that he belongs and can hang in the ring with him. Now Tripp succeeding in breaking that waist lock and going for some wrist control now. Hawthorne trying his best to power his way back up to his feet. Does so now. Hammerlock applied. Tripp seems a little surprised here, Blackwell.
Yeah, Tripp, once again, he uses that mind game. He uses the weirdness of himself to kind of get into the mind of his opponent before he gets in there, but that's not something you're going to get with J.S. Hawthorne. He's just as weird.
That's a very good point. And Tripp has definitely found plenty of success in his nearly 2 decades of in-ring experience through using those mind games. And perhaps he won't, like you said, won't have that same advantage in the ring with Hawthorne.
Yeah, if you're not going to get in the mind of J.S. Hawthorne, and on top of that, he's in his hometown, he's in his home building. You're not going to break this man.
Hawthorne heading over to the ropes. Beautiful.
He used the outside second rope, then went to the top. I don't think I've ever seen that before. That was very interesting.
Seeing a man his size show off that kind of agility is a little jolting, but a good way to keep a man grounded is by poking him in the eyes, and Tripp did just that a moment ago.
That's showing a sign of desperation from Tripp there. He's realizing this guy may have something that he wasn't expecting and had to go to the old eye poke.
Right. I think at times he talks to himself in the ring, but he claims that he speaks to his 3-skulled staff that he has named D. So perhaps he's getting a little bit of a confidence boost as he goes here. Ooh. Definitely otherwise on an island. He traveled to the Sanctuary. The Sanctuary is one of those places that you never know who's going to show up on what night. And Tripp decided to show up and ask for a little bit of action, and Hawthorne stepped right up for it. Yeah, that goes for the cover. And not even barely a 1 count there, Blackwell.
No, not at all. And it is cold here tonight, Pete. I don't know if you see it from the competitors, but it is ice cold in this building. It's this season of the Sanctuary has been very, very interesting and very dark and creepy. And it's like I said, it's an interesting environment here this year at the Sanctuary.
The Sanctuary has always proven itself to be a unique stone to sharpen one's blade on. And as you see, Hawthorne probably more used to the environment here.
It's got him by the beard, Pete. Oh, now we got a beard off.
Oh, God, no. Blackwell, you and I know very well that's not a fun position to be in.
Well, now they're begging each other. You let go. No, you let go. Right in the abdominal stretch.
Oh, and a handful of rib meat there. Trying to take a little snack home for later. Oh, wait a minute. Breaking it up. Hip toss right over. Tripp able to get out of that precarious position. Now pulling Hawthorne to the middle, and a big neck breaker takes him down, continuing the savage beating by his tutelage from D on the outside somewhere as well.
It's insane, Pete. They are such mirror images of themselves. Just when it comes to their size, their strength, their mental aspect. It's so bizarre that this is the first time we're ever seeing this matchup because it's like a mirror.
And I wonder if Tripp is feeling the same way. I wonder if he's seeing this as an opportunity to perhaps exploit the same weaknesses that he remembers having when he was only 3 years in the business.
Very good point there. J.S. Hawthorne is in a very precarious position here, trying to rally back. The fans in the crowd. Oh boy, he's gonna a lot of cushion there. Oh,
and referencing a line from Hamlet as Hamlet spoke to the gravedigger about the brevity of human life there. Oh, and Hawthorne took exception to it, saying that was my line. Nobody quotes Macbeth here except for me, he said.
Yeah, little shades of Impact Wrestling. That's my line.
Now hooks him up. Has that arm on the opposite side. Oh, beautiful.
Into the bridge.
Not even a cover. He's got some. It gives it leverage. A little more of a choke there.
He's gonna roll through to the full mount. Yeah. Very interesting though. I I don't know if it's wise to admit to your opponent you've done homework on them, but if he's quoting Macbeth, he's been watching J.S. Hawthorne.
Absolutely. Well, you're not in this business for 20 years without learning a few things, and you learn it by watching the tapes. You search out content from your opponent and prepare, and I'm sure Tripp has done just that and more. As now Hawthorne trying to tweak that ankle and knee. Oh, he's got the beard again. Goes for the eyes.
And then rakes the eyes. The ref's got to get in there. Once again, showing signs of desperation. Every time J.S. Hawthorne gets an advantage over Tripp, he's got to go and use a little tactic.
Now goes for the cover. It just buries that forearm right into the jaw of Hawthorne, making it painful and uncomfortable to kick out of that pin. I always cringe when I see old vets take that approach just to dare the younger talent to kick out.
I mean, well, you got to use your whole upper body and your strength and your shoulders to kind of get it up off the mat. And when someone's got their forearm across the bridge, the lower part of your nose and your nose, it's going to hurt you to kick out. And it's got to be awful.
Absolutely. Now Tripp, his specialty is just kind of wrenching the appendages and parts of the body in unnatural ways. You can see it right here as putting pressure in strange parts of the neck, just continuing the discomfort. Oh, wait a minute, Hawthorne fights out. Almost caught him by surprise there. But Tripp continuing the onslaught now. And Hawthorne just can't seem to continue his momentum. Wait a minute. Going for that neck breaker, but now Hawthorne fighting out. Cording hold now.
I'll tell you what, Hawthorne been having some wars here at the Sanctuary with guys like Prince Ahmed, and boy, he's learned some of those death holds and those ways to manipulate the joints by having these wars with him. And that's your advantage there. There it is.
Nails the left waltz, goes for the cover. No, not enough. The modified black hole slam.
Definitely check out back content of the Sanctuary of that war. It's definitely great if you're a fight fan to watch. But you can look at here again, once again. I mean, Hawthorne using those holds. He's learning every time he faces an opponent.
And that is some joint manipulation education right there. Hawthorne obviously knows quite a bit about it himself. He's showing it off to Tripp right now.
And he's got that long limb. He has long limbs. He has a long torso, and he can definitely use all that to his advantage with those manipulations and those holds. Keep headbutting each other. You can definitely tell neither one of them are right in the head. If they're using their heads to hurt each other.
Hawthorne trying to stay on top here, laying in some clotheslines in the corner. Tripp cutting him off on that third time. Coming in now. Oh, whoa.
Wow.
Landing with that DDT, looking to see if he's going to bloom in the spring after that.
The lights are on, but nobody's home right now for J.S. Hawthorne.
Yeah, Hawthorne's definitely in another spot, another place in time right now. And Tripp kind of taking his time. I don't know if he means to it because he wants to continue the onslaught, or if he's kind of running out of gas himself, but not capitalizing on that, not going for the cover.
Got a handful of hair here, picking this opponent back up.
Oh, ridge hand strike.
Right to the throat, it looks like.
Looks like he's going for that end game, that chokehold he's known to put in. Tripp trying to choke the life out of the Thespian here. Oh, nice, rolls through it. Gets him off of him.
Now a choke of his own. He's got to get that arm over, get that leverage. He's looking for it.
Trying to go for that lights up choke, but no. Tripp fights out of it, face first into that middle turnbuckle.
Very smartly gets wrist control in the other hand, so Hawthorne could not lock in that choke and use it to his advantage by making him meet that second turnbuckle.
And just like you mentioned earlier, Blackwell, clearly a sign that he has done his homework here.
And he's raining down the punches. It's not flashy, but it's effective. You want to beat a guy, you punch him in the face. Oh, Hawthorne slips out the back door.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Has him set up! The denouement! This could be it! Oh, he got him! Hawthorne with a big win!
Tripp took a second to tell the crowd to shut up, and Hawthorne used that to his advantage to slip out the back door and end this one.
That's right, Tripp loving his theatrics and his ability to manipulate a crowd, wanting to get a few jabs in, just like you said, and it was the opportunity that J.S. Hawthorne needed to find the space in the armor and bring him back in, hit that denouement, and put him away for good. What a great first-time matchup for these two guys.
Yeah, I want to see more of it, but Tripp's got to feel like he just fought himself in a way, and I wonder if the crowd noise definitely gets in his head, because he's got to listen to that staff as he goes over to the corner to maybe get a closer listen. I think the advice is already done too late.
Well, I mean, what a pleasure to see these guys kind of feel each other out and have their first time meeting. I feel like Hawthorne was kind of testing the waters here to see if Tripp was worthy of coming into his house. And I wonder if in the end he was able to gain a bit of that respect.
I sure hope so, because once again, watching these two for such a long time, you're always wondering, man, wouldn't it be interesting to see? And we finally got it, and it did not disappoint. Look at the breath coming out. It is cold in here.
Oh, wait, calling for quiet.
Who wants to see Tripp return?
Yes, please.
Yeah, I think he had the same idea that we did. Oh, let's see if he shied away from the handshake before. Let's see if he changed his mind.
You love to see it.
Excellent show of sportsmanship here in the sanctuary. Well, folks, thanks so much for joining us. We had a blast watching it. I hope you did too. Make sure to check out our social media for all the upcoming events at the Sanctuary Stunt Studios. My name is Peter DeLonge.
I'm Anthony Blackwell.
Until next time, fight fans.